and welcome to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you out to the shed of many names on this first day of spring night. And tonight I'm going to be making dinner for me and my other half. And I'm going to be making sauteed stinging nettles with prosciutto and a little butter and some goat cheese crumbles. Now, you don't have to get as fancy as I'm getting. I just happen to have these ingredients because guess what? Yeah, got them on clearance. That's the only reason. And then I'm going to be serving 2 fried eggs on the side with the stinging nettles. And we're going to have our stinging nettle tea, which is still infusing. So I'm going to adjust the camera and bring you right back. Now this is the last video in the using of the fresh stinging nettles, because I don't want to burn y'all out and make you tired of hearing about stinging nettles. Now the ingredients is going to be, of course, fresh stinging nettles. I'm going to be using some olive oil in my wok. I'm going to use a couple tablespoons of butter. I've got a little red onion because, yeah, that's about as big as I could get them. But you don't need a whole lot of onion with this. And I like to play with the stinging nettles and the onion. And of course, some wonderful cubed prosciutto. And I've got some fresh garlic. Yes, I know. Still, I called it on clearance. I'm still going to use it. And I've got some goat cheese crumbles, which will go on top at the end. Some Slap Your Mama to season it a little more. And he really loves his eggs, so he gets 3 eggs, and I'm going to have 2 eggs. So, let's get busy. Adjust the camera and scoot the chair back. And of course, put your gloves on for the stinging nettles. Make sure your nettles are good and clean and as dry as possible. Okay, and we're going to cut them up into small pieces. Alright, you got one. It does not want to go into small pieces. There you go. If you don't want to use the stems, you don't have to, but I look at it as waste not, want not. Move that out of the way, move that over there. I'm going to cut up all my nettles that I have set aside. Hopefully the stinging nettle videos will encourage you to grow your own or find out if they can be harvested, because they do grow wild in America. They do. They used to not be here, but thankfully they were brought over. One of many actual good beneficial plants that was brought over. Mostly brought over by the ancestors. There's some things that could have been, you know, left out from being brought over, but that's beside the point. And a lot of times it wasn't the ancestors that brought those plants. Now, I don't know how much I'm using. Just guesstimate when you go to make your sauteed stinging nettle, because they will cook down a lot. It's like cooking greens, because they will wilt. You're just going to have to experiment until You figure out what's the right amount for you. But believe me, having extra of the cooked stinging nettle is not a bad thing. I hear the owls singing in the background. That's horned owls, which to my ancestors, to my people, it means that the ancestors are around. Of course, now your bigger stems, you're going to want to cut them down a little bit smaller so they cook at the same time that the leaves do. And of course, if you don't have a wok, you can definitely use a skillet. Cast iron skillet, it doesn't matter as long as you have something to, because you're going to saute them in. You're not going to be boiling them. That one got me up here on my arm. I can feel it now. They can be sneaky, I'm telling you. And of course, like I always say, waste not, want not. Oh, that's right. I can take the glove off. I was sure going to try to hold that onion with the glove on. I done cut up so much stinging nettle, it's become second nature to automatically put the glove on. Okay, fine, be that way. There we go. I'm going to tell you, these little red onions have been some spicy little onions. There's nothing sweet about them, but that's okay. It makes them good. Now, if you notice, the ingredients that I'm using, stinging nettles is extremely healthy, as well as culinary and medicinal. Garlic is an all-natural antibiotic. Your onions are all-natural antibiotics. They all have their own vitamins and minerals to add. And of course, the prosciutto is protein, and so are the eggs. And then you get your dairy from your goat cheese crumbles. And like I said, you don't have to use all these ingredients. You can leave out what you're not interested in using. That little onion tough. Gonna have to cook it for a little bit. Shouldn't be tough at all. Okay, I'm gonna pause it a minute and get it set up over here at the oven, at the stove top. See you here in a bit. Okay, got my flame on. I'm gonna put my wok on there. Love this wok. And I was wrong, Chuck. It's not $10. It was a hair under $8 at my Walmart. And it's really, really good wok. Alright, I'm going to put just a little olive oil in there. I'm going to grab my butter. I'll probably put about roughly 2 tablespoons or so of butter in there. Don't want a whole lot of fat. Because the goat cheese is going to have fat in it. And so is the prosciutto. Wait and let that get good and hot. Now I'm going to go and put, and this is a 4-ounce package of cubed prosciutto. And I was lucky to get it on closeout because they're not going to carry it anymore. Go figure. For just a hair over $2. I'm going to go over here and grab my onions. Or, as some people say, onion. Oh, it's starting to smell good already. This is going to be a wonderful dinner. Turn the heat up just a little bit more, but not too much because you don't want to scorch your butter. I hope it's going to work better. That's about a tablespoon of minced garlic. Now I will have the ingredient list and how much I use in the description box below. I want to saute this until the prosciutto gets some color and the onions are transparent. So I'm going to pause it until they're ready. Okay, the onions are transparent. The prosciutto is starting to get a little color on it. I don't want it crispy. Now, if you want yours crispy, let it brown a little more. Now we're going to start adding our nettles. I'll go grab me some more butter. Those nettles soak that butter and olive oil right up, and you definitely don't want them to stick or burn. I'm going to add just a tad bit of water. You don't want a whole lot. I'm going to let them keep cooking down and sauteing. You definitely going to want to keep stirring so they don't stick or burn. And I'll bring you back as soon as they are done, which won't take too much longer. And now that they're getting close to being done, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of Slap Your Mama on there. And give that a good stir. You want to saute it until the stems are tender. Oh, this, I cannot tell you how good this smells. Now, of course, as you're cooking, if you need to, you can add more butter or a little bit more water. If you want just enough liquid in the bottom so it doesn't stick. And thankfully, we're going to have some leftovers. Cut the flame down. I'm going to pause the camera, move it over here so I can put this on the plates and get ready to fry our eggs. And yes, I know these aren't the greatest plates on earth to use, but when you're traveling, these will work just fine. Look how beautiful that is. So wonderful. Easy, easy, simple, and best of all, homemade. And we're going to take our, let's mush it down just a little bit. We're going to take our goat cheese crumbles. Oh, and goat cheese is so good. And we both love our goat cheese. Alright, give me just a minute. Okay, and our leftovers, we'll put in this bowl. Try not to waste anything. And I will enjoy that tomorrow for lunch. And of course, while it's still hot, definitely want to sprinkle goat cheese on top of it. And I'll bring you back. I'm going to get the eggs cooked, and I'm going to let you see what the finished product looks like. See you here in a bit. Simple, easy, homemade. He likes scrambled eggs. I like mine over medium. Simple, easy, nutritious. Absolutely delicious. It's sad that you have to wait for so long to be able to eat them, but the wait is worth it. And like I said, I'll have the ingredients in the description box below. You can omit a lot of things if you don't have it or you don't want it. The prosciutto, you can trade off thin sliced up bacon. You can leave meat out completely. You can use chorizo. It'll just make it a little more greasy. But simple, easy, homemade. I know y'all know what eggs taste like, so I'm not going to try my egg. I'm going to wait till I get home. But what I do is I chop my egg up real good, get the yolk mixed up, and mix them both together. It's wonderful and delicious and so healthy for you. I hope this video encourages you as well to make some sauteed, wonderful stinging nettle. So healthy for you and so easy to make. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section below. I am more than happy to answer them, and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Everyone take care. It's time to have dinner now. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. May you each be blessed. I'll see you soon.